LG OLED G3 wall mount, my way, not the way that's told in the instruction book. So I'm going to do it the way I mounted my 65-inch G2 at home. Nice and easy, not using the template or anything in the box, but dead simple to do. Okay, this is the wall mount bracket and kit included, warranty card and so on. That is a huge template that covers up to the 83 inch as well that you can fold out. I shan't be using it, it is quite cumbersome to do. You've got to fold it out on the wall. Leaves a hole for the bracket to put in. I looked at it and decided I'd do it my own way, and that is the instructions to do it their way as well. Some tabs there, so you would stick tabs on the TV and on the bracket itself to help you locate it on. But I mean, if you're doing it, I'd say do two people and you can both see from side to side, hooking it into these slots. Included fixings. I actually did use these on my wall mount at home. I've got a brick wall, so brick or block. If you've got dot and dab plasterboard, you might want to use something a bit longer than that so it's actually firmly in the blockwork. So use the correct fittings. I often use those concrete bolts, so you drill a pilot hole and they'll screw straight into the blockwork, but they're nice and solid. Use the appropriate fixings. This is the bracket itself. It is magnetic, so it clicks back into place and stays nice and flat, and if we push it from the back, he says, we should be able to pull it apart. It's a bit hard to get your fingers in, I'll do it that way. My God. There we go. So we can pull the bracket apart like that, and it allows you to do this while it's on the wall, so you can get your cables in and out the TV nice and easily. We can see these holes here where the lugs on the TV will drop into the bracket. Also, you can see when those lugs drop in, they'll rest somewhere halfway between these bits. So if you're not totally level, you can slide it like that, and with a spirit level on the top, and level your TV up. Two clips there and there to secure it. So when the TV's in place, we can click those back, push the bracket back, and it should click nice and flat. TV in place, get the bracket prepared. So I'm just going to expand the bracket again. So all I'm going to do, obviously they're the lugs I spoke about to go into these slots, so I need to move out these retaining clips here, or security clips, whatever we want to call them. Slide the bracket into place and up, he says. That's it, bit of effort there. Push those retaining clips back, there and there. And if I push the bracket back in, you see it fold into the recess on the TV, and it should click to the magnet. You can see we've got that slide there to level it up. So if you put it up and you've not done a very good job and the bracket's not level, you've got plenty of room for correction there. What I'm going to do is just tape up my slack in a couple of places just to hold the bracket up while I measure. Okay, so a bit of tape there, hold the bracket up, get it straight as possible, that side and that side. On the wall, we're going to know where we either want the top of the TV or the bottom. I know where I want the bottom of the TV to be, so I can simply measure from the bottom of the TV to the bottom of the plate that fits to the wall, and I've got 545mm to it. Other way, if I know where the top was, to the top of my bracket, I could call that, say, about 63mm from the top to the top of my bracket. So mark your line where you want the bottom of the TV, and then you can measure up 545, I think I said it was, millimeters to the bottom of that bracket. Cool. I've got this wall I'm mounting to. I've actually got 20mm MDF, so I'm quite fortunate I can use wood screws straight into that wall. Do however have these two battens which are going to be in the way of pushing back flat, so I've got a bit of ply where my bracket's going to go. I'm going to screw the ply to the wall, screw my bracket through that into this wood here, so I can push the TV flat back, and that magnet should click back when I've done it. Black mark there, bottom of my TV, 545mm up to the bottom of my bracket, put a mark there as well. And the other thing I want to know is the centre. So with my spirit level, centre line. If I put my bracket up there somewhere, get on the centre line, so bottom of the bracket I've got where that line is. I'm going to put a spirit level on the top as well, so I can put the bracket up as level as possible. Pencil from there. I'm just going to level that up as best I can. Mark a few of the slots for some screws. So a few pilot holes just to help it not split any wood. So one there. One there. I'm just going to push the bracket flat so I can get some of the screw holes. Okay, two fixings in, I'll now just whiz the rest of the screws in. Roll. Now the bracket's on, we can just pull it away from the wall with those super strong magnets, he says. There we go, and it just makes it easier to slot that TV down. So two people ideally, and you can look from the sides and locate that. But I'm going to have to hold the TV up on my own, stand on something, push it in, drop it down. Right, I've tried to position my camera precariously so it can show the TV locating on that bracket. So let's hope this all goes to case and it don't go smashing on the floor. Oh god, that'd be bad. Okay, so it's probably blocking the camera now, but it should locate into the lugs and drop down. So we can just see that from the top there. And I've got those two clips just to clip in, and that secures it from being lifted off accidentally, although you'd be hard pushed to do that. And it should just push back and make a click noise. There's a sign to locate back flat. Fantastic. Oh, spacer work bang on as well. That is the TV mounted. Power lead, I've cut a hole through the wall there. At home I've got a brick wall on a chimney breast, so I chopped the plug off and threaded it through anyway. Hopefully, I'm sure it doesn't affect the guarantee. But fortunate here, I've got a void to drop the plug through that wall. It's a good 2 meters long. And we can also level that up so you can put your spirit level on top. Like so, and just move it to level somewhere there. It says, oh, there. Cool. Or if we've got cables and things to add to it, we can just pull it away from the wall, bit of pressure at the top there, and it extends out and we can get to the sides of the TV if we need to, or anything else. But for me, I can just thread my cables through as well, through my hole, and it goes. Where it goes, nobody knows. And when we're done messing about with cables, two hands, I try not to touch the screen if I can help it, although it's a bit tricky. You have to kind of work it side to side and push it back. And it should go with a click eventually. There we go. That click there is the magnet pulling the bracket back.